Hello, fellow Orbis Pictus members. My name is Abby Trosper, and today I will be hosting the 2014 Web Seminar for the Orbis Pictus Awards. Today I will be sharing with you a book that I believe deserves to be a part of the Orbis Pictus family. Today I will be discussing these 4 criteria that it fits: organization, style, accuracy, and design. And as we know, these are all 4 criteria that are required to be a part of the Orbis Pictus family. So I will start off by telling you a little bit about the book. This book falls under the expository nonfiction genre and is a categorical text because it's placed by category and falls under the biological science within the nonfiction category. Topics included within are dinosaurs, dinosaur appearance, paleo artist, work of paleo artists, fossils, nonfiction, science, and the scientific process that goes into being a paleontologist and researching dinosaurs. Controversial topics. Now, the controversial topics within are not ones that would be easily identified, but it could be seen from a creationist versus evolution standpoint, seeing as from a creationist standpoint, the Earth began some 2,000 years ago, whereas from an evolutionary standpoint, it began 230 million years ago or so. So that's the only thing that may be controversial within. As far as themes, the explicit theme can be found on page 8 of this book, and it is, although a fossil is not a time machine, it is a window, cracked open ever so slightly into the deep past. And a theme that can be implied, or the implicit theme from this book, is never stop being curious and always keep investigating. You never know when you may find something that disproves current theories and changes the face of science. Now, you may be wondering, when I read this book, what am I getting myself into? Well, if you read this book, you will dig deep into the realm of the unknown about dinosaurs. You will learn about the books of paleo artists and how they discover what dinosaurs may have looked like, their skeletal structure, and their eating habits in order to better create accurate representations of these magnificent creatures. It uses vibrant word choice and beautiful graphics by paleo artists themselves, and Thamesh takes the reader on a journey of discovery as she debunks some myths about dinosaurs and reveals little-known myths to the reader about these mysterious creatures. So again, this book is called Scaly, Spotted, Feathered and Frilled by Catherine Thamesh. So first I will be talking about the organization of this book. Thamesh does a wonderful job organizing this book, seeing as each category and each topic of discussion is separated by chapter or by section of the book. So we start off just by a normal introduction, but then as we flip through, we are introduced to the next topic, and I will find it for you. The next topic is found on page 10, and it's called Anything Unlike Anything Ever Seen Before. Okay? And so it just goes like that through each chapter and section. It's categorized wonderfully. Another one is They're Moving Fast, to kind of tell you how fast or how slow the dinosaurs may have moved. She does a great job at organization as well. She has different ways of displaying her information. She has a timeline here to kind of tell us where the dinosaurs came into play in time. Additionally, in the back, she has some dinosaur groups laid out for us, as well as she has an index, and then there's a glossary included with some difficult words that might be trying for elementary students, and just a ton of information that's organized very well, especially the subjects and sections and chapters of the book are organized cleverly by that. So I think it's fair to say that organization is definitely something that we have here in this book of Scaly, Spotted, Feathered, Frilled. The next thing we'll be discussing is style. Thamesh does a wonderful job at executing style within this book. Even the front page makes the reader curious as to what may we find out in this book. Even just reading the how do we know what dinosaurs really looked like? That poses a question for the entire book. And she's paired up with some wonderful illustrators, as we can see just from the cover page. And then as you flip through the book, you're able to see just the wonderful illustrations, and they just really contribute and make the style of the book. She uses lots of different styles of illustration, seeing as she is paired with several illustrators, as well as some photographs of some sketches that may have been done, or photographs of bones that may have been discovered by paleo artists. So, that being said as well, it's fair to say that this book possesses style as well, meeting 2 out of the 4 criteria so far for the Orbis Pictus Award. The next is accuracy. Now, Catherine Thamesh did an extensive amount of research for this book, and that is easily seen in the words she uses and the quotes she uses by other paleo artists and scientists as well. Not to mention the fact that she has her sources listed right in the book. She has her selected sources right here, and I'm sure these aren't even all of them, but she has her selected courses here, and then they continue over there, as well as her acknowledgments, and she just has this book chock full of information, and you can really tell that she did an extensive amount of research, seeing as we are able to learn a lot through this book, a lot of facts that we didn't know before about dinosaurs, so you can tell that she really did her research, and the sources she's included in this book really adds to her credibility as an author, and makes us believe it more and want to learn more as a reader. So, that being said, we are able to see that this book is accurate as well. Now, last but not least, design. Design kind of goes with style, and reverting back to style, I'll talk a little bit about the literary style as well, not just the physical and aesthetic style of the book. Thamesh does a wonderful job at displaying and conveying her meanings and her words and her ideas to us through text. This is seen even on the first page. I'll read the first page to you to kind of give you a feel of what the reader might experience when they indulge in this book. Dinosaurs thunder across the silver screen at the movies. They snarl and snap and stare menacingly from pages of many a great book. Their enormous bones tower majestically in museum halls, and yet no one has ever laid eyes on a real dinosaur before. After all, they lived more than 65 million years ago, long, long before people were around. We have no photographs capturing their toothy grins, no ancient sculptures carved in their likeness, no cave paintings detailing those fantastic frills. So, how do we know what dinosaurs really look like? So that's just kind of a way to display her literary style. And I'll go to page 8 where we can see her style again, where she says, because although a fossil is not a time machine, it is a window cracked open ever so slightly into the deep past. So that's just kind of an analogy she uses to allow the reader to kind of understand a little bit more about paleo art and where she may be coming from as an author. As well, she adds some things like, did dinosaurs drag or lift their tails? Did they or didn't they have lizard-like scales or even feathers? Did they lumber slowly or zip around at top speeds? So with these, she kind of asks some questions that a child might ask or a reader might ask, so that might make the reader feel a little more comfortable to know that Thamesh kind of understands where they may be coming from as well. So, as I said, so far we can see that this book has organization, style, accuracy, and then we'll talk about the design a little bit. The design, as I said, is wonderful, great pictures. She's just organized this information really well, so we can check that off of our list as well. So as you can see, this book covers all 4 of our criteria as Orbis Pictus members, what we look for in awards. She is also, this book has won other awards as well, and I feel Orbis Pictus should be added to the list. It has won the Bank Street College of Education Best Books of the Year of 2014, the Horn Book Fanfare Best of 2013, NSTA CBC Outstanding Science Trade Book of 2013, and the School Library Journal Best Books of 2013. So now I will share with you a visual I've created. I've created this visual just to kind of represent the fact that our knowledge is kind of like a peeking out dinosaur tail of a door. The door kind of represents the knowledge. The knowledge that we have about dinosaurs is partially open, but I feel that there is still a lot more to be learned. As with this door, there's still a long ways for it to be completely open. And it's kind of peeking out and showing us that there's more to be learned. And the puzzle pieces represent how it's been hard and challenging to get there, but once we put the pieces together, it leads us to the path. And actually, a quote from the book really represents this thought well. It says, recreating dinosaurs is like putting together a 3-dimensional jigsaw puzzle with plenty of pieces missing. So, I hope you will enjoy this book as much as I did, and I really hope you will consider it highly for the Orbis Pictus Award, as I feel it would be a great fit. Thank you for watching.